Hi everybody, it's me, Carrie, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Farmington Hills. Trying to get my system to work. I think it might be there now. Let's see. It's moving slow. Story of my life. Okay, here we go. So now I should be able to see if anybody pops on and comments. I see somebody just popped on. Say hello. Okay, so on my tablet, everything is slower. I just now saw that someone popped on. So, okay. So, as you guys know, I am getting ready for Mega Meet. So, everything's a little nut jobby here. But I'm excited to tell you that it's all packed. I think I posted that. I'm trying to remember if I posted it on my Facebook page or just the Mega Meet page. I'm not sure. But anyway, let's get this stuff out of the way. If you want to shop for any Stampin' Up, this is my Stampin' Up website, MemoryINKers.com, email MemoryINKers@gmail.com. The May 2024 hostess code is 4, N as in Nancy, K as in Carrie, 2, G as in George, R as in Robert, R as in Robert, 6. Okay, so got that out of the way. So, all right. So I was trying to decide what I was going to do today for you guys, and I saw a really cute card that was made on the recent incentive trip. So I replicated that card. So you can see here, it's very cute. Now I want you guys to know, when I was putting this together, our power went out. I don't know what happened. We heard the transformer go boom. So something happened with the transformer. So I completed this card in the dark. So the leaves and stuff are not exactly perfect, but hey, I was doing it literally by the light of my cell phone. Because I am in my basement, there was some light coming in, but it was evening light and it was fairly dark down here. So anyway, so this is the card that I recreated it as close to exactly as the way they were made. But I'm going to show you what happens when you case a card. Okay, so this one cased 100%. I believe Stampin' Up! Is the one who created this design. So 100% exactly different. They had a different sentiment in there, but basically exactly the way they did it. All right. One of the tips I'm going to tell you is, if you look closely at this card, you can see that this is embossed. So how I got that all to be embossed together is I laid the pieces out on just a piece of like typing paper. Okay. So they were all on their longer strips. I ran it through the embossing folder and then I trimmed it down to where I wanted it. So obviously you wouldn't want to use this whole piece. I think I tore a piece about that wide and then went from there. So just to make sure they were all hooked together. Then this is up on dimensionals, and this is dimensionaled here, but not here, obviously. The little dots, that's actually pumpkin pie. Nope, I'm wrong. Melon mambo in the center of the pumpkin pie flowers. All right, so what am I going to do here? I'm not doing it exactly the same, or I would have re-shown you how I did that. I am going to be using the Labeled with Love. I'm using the label and the butterfly images and the happy birthday. I was going to use this happy birthday. In fact, I think I will use this happy birthday again because it fits really well for the design that I have in mind. So Simply Said, Labeled with Love, new product, and Labeled with Love does come with or without. You can bundle it with this awesome label punch, which I love, 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 love. So this is what we're doing today. So let me set those over here. All right, so I'm going to start with, basically, here's my scrap of white that I'm going to use. I took the strips of the cardstock, 1/2 inch. That's what I used here, okay? But this time I'm going to do it on basic white as the background. But I was thinking about doing a black 4 by 5 1/4, so it would kind of like, you know, be like that, okay, on there. But I decided I definitely want to change it up. So I am using Blueberry Bushel. That is going to be the base for my pieces. So I started to lay them out just to kind of see, you know, what's this going to look like with the colors, okay? So I'm laying them out, and I put this one down and went, I don't think this one works. The tone is too close to the Blueberry Bushel. So I grabbed some Highland Heather, and I like that better. What do you guys think? I think the Highland Heather is a little bit more of a pop on the Blueberry Bushel, where it was awesome on the basic black. It was awesome, but I just don't think it works as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all of these pieces onto my Blueberry Bushel. So not putting anything on the card base yet. This is thick basic white. You guys know I love the thick cards. We no longer have thick very vanilla. I'm bummed. I still have quite a bit. I was not planning to bring it to Mega Meet unless somebody like specifically says I'll buy it. So let me know. But otherwise, I'm not even sure how much I have of it, but I do have quite a bit, and I have quite a bit already cut and scored into card pieces also. So, okay, there's my card base. So we're going to set that aside for a minute. All right. So now I am going to move this for right now because I'm not stamping yet. So we're going to put these on. I'm going to follow the same color lineup, but I wanted to do it a little bit differently this time. So I am going to be random on this. So I know that I want the green. So I want that to be kind of in the middle. So I'm looking for my middle. Hang on. There's 5. So I'm going to go 1, 2. Here's the middle right here. This little line on my awesome glass mat. So I don't want them all the same length, and perhaps not even necessarily the same shape for this one. And I'm just going to run some of our awesome liquid glue on there. You don't want a lot because of what I'm going to do. And because, hang on, I know that this is the center, I'm going to try to make it crooked right there. Now I can determine what I want to do with these other ones. Again, I'm just being random. I'm cutting them just enough so that they will fit. If you want to be precise, go ahead. Now this is too much adhesive on here because I am going to run it through the cut and emboss machine. I don't want that much adhesive on there or it will ooze everywhere. So I'm going to do that one like so. So you guys are kind of getting the idea of what I'm doing here. Now this one, I want it to be different, right? I'm trying to be different. So let's see. Let's see what I can do here to make this one a little different. Okay. Is that right? Okay, that'll work. Okay. So there we go. Oh, by the way, this is Melon Mambo, Daffodil Delight, Granny Apple Green, Pumpkin Pie, and now Highland Heather. This was Gorgeous Grape for this one. Sorry, I forgot to tell you guys that. So let's see how I do with a semi-round. Okay, that almost now looks like a nail file, so I don't think I like it. So I'm going to do something just a little bit different. Let's see how that works. Okay. Now it's a little weird. You may not like all this unusualness, and honestly, I'm not sure I'm going to like it either. But I figured why be normal? Those of you who know me know that I'm not normal. I am not normal. Nobody's commenting on that. Come on. You know it's true. Okay, so that one I'm just going to go ahead and let it be pretty straight. Now, yes, I see that gap there. Don't worry about it. Nobody panic. I have a plan. Again, I feel like I have too much adhesive on there. So, get that out of the way. All right. So in a minute, I am going to run this through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine with the Distressed Tile 3D embossing folder, which is the same one that I used here. I could use a different one, but I'm trying to make it as caseable as I can. Now, let me move all of my pieces off my board. There we go. All right, so now I am going to stamp the butterfly from the labeled love, and this is a two-step, right? Background, foreground. I'm going to do this one first because it's going to be done in the Memento Tuxedo Black. So it's going to be nice and dark. And that's what you want to do. You want to start with the background, if you can, in a dark color. So I'm going to stamp that right there. Okay, so it's nice. I would stamp two. I'm going to end up cutting them out. So I've already cut them out so you guys don't have to watch me cut. I know that's always so much fun, right? Oh, I forgot I was going to use this now. Okay, let's try doing it right. So now I want to use the Daffodil Delight, and I'm going to do the inside of the butterfly, but I don't want it too dark. So I'm going to stamp it off once, and then, am I in camera? I believe so. I am going to line this up, and it is so much easier to line it up when you have a nice dark background, okay? So it is not, I just noticed that I was probably a little bit crooked because that looks like the yellow isn't very much there. So what you can do when that happens is, oops, I put it away. Hold on, I'm coming. All right. You can grab your blends marker and just fill it in. There we go. And if there's any other, I don't mind the model-y look of it. I think it's fine. Okay, so now I'm going to take the light pumpkin pie marker, and I'm using the pointy end just because what I want to do now is I want to fill in these parts of the butterfly just to give them a little bit more color. Okay. You can decide, you know, maybe you don't particularly like what I'm doing. But that's what today, casing is so important. I mean, obviously they don't have any butterflies on the one from Stampin' Up. I'm also putting some over this dotted edge here to give it a little more color than just the white dots. You might like the white dots. You might go, oh, Carrie, orange butterflies are so normal. Why are you being normal? I don't know. I just have. So then I would cut this out by hand. I'm saving you that drama. All right, so now I have the label from the Labeled with Love, which I said this is going to match the punch, and the birthday wishes from the Simply Said, and I am going to stamp them in Blueberry Bushel, which is this color, this background color right here. And I am going to start by stamping the label. I'm going to stamp that right there. Look at how pretty that looks in Blueberry Bushel. And then my Blueberry Bushel is really, really juicy. It's very juicy. So there we go. Now there I have the birthday wishes. I am going to let this dry for a minute before I punch it out. So while that is drying, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to run this through the embossing folder. And I think I've told you guys this before. This is a 3D embossing folder. That means it's a thick one. Why am I? There we go. It's the really thick one, so your sandwich is a little different. You know, the directions are on sandwiches are in there, but there is a black line if it matters to you about getting them straight. Now, I like to sit and play and try to get them where I think that they're almost the same, but it's not going to work with this one. They're not going to be perfectly perfect. And so I'm just going to put it where I think it's going to look okay. So I'm going to run that through. And the sandwich for this is just number 1 and number 4. So that's going to get sandwiched in between those because it's too thick to add the acrylics, okay? So as always, I don't bring my Big Shot over. It's not a Big Shot. It's the cut and emboss machine, but I do have it. See? There it is. But it's so big, it takes up a lot of the screen. So I just usually have it off to the side when I'm doing videos, but I do have it. All right. So now I have embossed all of the pieces. So now, and I have to tell you, if I were to want to try to take these pieces off, it would not be pretty because they are almost like melded into this background. So it's very cool. Like I said, I've already pre-cut out the butterflies. And I'm going to move this out of the way. There they are. Now I'm just going to punch out my sentiment with this punch. Y'all know, I assume that you all know, I probably shouldn't assume anything. You could be a brand new crafter, right? If you turn it upside down, you can see really well. Remember to keep your fingers out and that this is the side. Newbies always want to do this because it seems logical, but it's this, okay? You're going in the pointy end. All right, so now I have all of my pieces to put on to my card front. So I am going to add some bling, so don't go anywhere. So now I'm trying to decide how I'm going to, I left that space probably for some butterflies. Yep. Nope. Let me see. I don't want my arrow going down. So maybe I'll do my birthday wishes at the top. We will see. Let me get this on first. Some awesome liquid glue. You guys know I love our Tombow liquid glue. Love it, love it, love it. I will have that at Mega Meet available for you, especially those of you doing the all-day crops for 3 days. So that will be fun. Now I'm going to use dimensionals, which I will grab. I think I will grab them. Okay, got them. My ones were out. I was down to these, and I just didn't feel like playing with them today. So, you guys know I do use my ends, but not today. All right, so I'm just going to set these on here for now while I determine what I'm going to do with them. My butterflies are going up on dimensionals also. And remember, I am going to be adding gems. If you have any preferences while I'm playing, shout them out. Like I kind of want, I think I want the birthday wishes up there because I did leave that big gap. And that's what I was thinking, but I wanted it at the bottom and I wasn't thinking when I actually, so I was thinking, not thinking. So I'm kind of going with this idea. That's what was in my head. And then some gems all over. So my friend just sent me, that noise was my friend texting if it's too late for her to fly up to Mega Meet. I think she's kidding, but I'm going to tell her, no, come on and play with us. All right, so I don't see any comments about where to put them. Let me look on my phone. No, you guys are like so quiet today. Why? Is it the rain that's coming? Oh, you guys, I finally made this decision that, you know, we rent a U-Haul on Wednesdays and Thursdays for Mega Meet for packing up and going and then bringing everything back. And I thought, you rent them for 24 hours. And I thought, well, I'm going to be really smart and I'm going to pick it up on Tuesday so we can load it up Tuesday night. And then we can be less tired on Wednesday while we're doing my husband does all the heavy lifting, but still, it's exhausting. And of course, we're not picking it up at 6 so that we have the full 24 hours to have it with us. And of course, it's going to storm between like from 6 o'clock on. But we're gonna see what we can do. My biggest fear is my things that are in the cardboard boxes getting wet and then sitting in the van, overnight. So since no one's commenting, I'm gonna go with my first plan for adhering the butterflies and the birthday wish. Okay, I think she forgot. She knows I do videos, but I think she just completely forgot that I do them. So I think I'm going to go ahead and use rhinestones. Now this is a used pack, so I only have the little rhinestones on here. But they'll do. Because I actually have a lot of these, there's rhinestones in my free make and take. Yes, I forgot to grab my take your pick tool. Of course I did. So now I'm just going to add some gems here and there. I don't know how many. I like to put them in the sentiment. Do you guys do that? Do you like to put gems in your sentiments? I do. Is 3 enough? They're so tiny. I'm going to add some more. They're so little. So I'm going to put one here. And then another one near the top, maybe. Come on. Up here. So now that gives me 5. But anyway, this is still a case, which is copy and stamp everything, or if it's a scrapbook page, copy and scrap everything. There's also the term for scrapbooking called scrap lifting. So, anyway, it is still totally, this one came from this original idea that I saw from the incentive trip. So, I hope you guys like them. I think they're fun. Remember, you do not have to copy everything exactly, but if you do, and you're just a crafter, it's okay. The only time it's not okay is if, like, I know Stampin' Up! Designed this, but if I knew that Susie Smith designed it and I chose not to say anything, that would be wrong, because I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, or if I were selling the cards. So it's important to give credit to the artist. That's all I'm saying. But I don't have any problem with you guys copying my stuff. I find it flattering, so thank you very much. Have a blessed and wonderful week. I'm going to be busy. I will be popping on with little videos here and there, posting pictures, that kind of thing. But I'm looking forward to seeing you at Mega Meet, you guys. Bye.